Welcome to this brand new series on Seablock. Finally decided to do one. Obviously, the final mod in the series is mine, so I'm looking forward to getting to that part, but I know there's a huge way to go first. I have done Bob's quite a lot before, way back in the days of 0.13 version, Factorio. This is just showing you that we're in a very, very wet world at the moment, with very few resources to our name. We have a stone furnace, a burnt ore crusher, and 8 iron plates, which by themselves you can't do very much with, but hidden in this rock we actually have a whole bunch of additional items, which we will grab now because we need them kind of badly, and we need land quite a lot, so I think I'm going to make a point of beelining over to this island. Not because I especially need what's on it. I've got no idea, in fact, what you use this for, having never actually done a full Angels playthrough as of this point in time, which is going to make this series interesting, but I know, hang on, what I want to do is I know we want to get these windmills up, so where's there it is, 1, 2, I want to maximize our ability to put up windmills without wasting space. So we can get some power underway and we can get this show on the road. Okay, so we need... Is that all we need? That might be all we need. And there is no space there, or is there? I think we need that much space. How much do 8 of these things actually, in fact, how much does each one generate? A highly variable amount, okay. But what we'll do is, that's slightly too small. That should be large enough. Let's just see. Because I know that our initial starting set of gear is such that, like this 931, well, it's actually sand, but let's just call it landfill, is not going to last us very long. So and obviously some robots would be quite helpful here. I've no idea what you use a desert tree for. I do have FNEI, that's part of the Seablock set, and I will probably put the map in the description below so anybody can play along if they want. Probably show me up, given I am not that experienced in Seablock yet. And I know it's been out quite a while, so it is good to finally get onto it. I've enjoyed playing Bob's in the past, but as I say, I have not actually played a Seablock before, or even I've played very early starting game of Angels, so I'm familiar with the replacement ores, that sort of thing, but not too much beyond that. So basically my idea is to come on up here. I don't know what these little fishy things are. Maybe we need it for something. Maybe I've now just filled out my... no idea. Maybe I've just filled out my inventory, which is probably a bad idea, no advantage, but we'll get to that in due course. Are you telling me there's a row in here that's not powered? Yes, you are, because I've inserted a row too many. Or have I? No, that. What? There's something wrong here. Yeah, that makes sense. You two aren't powered. Oops. What? I'm having trouble understanding the graphics here. Which ones are not powered here? There's just two, right? Yes. So if there was a third one between them, this should work. Yeah. I don't know what I was doing. Never mind. I was just confusing myself. Maybe I should make a point of not trying to lay down too much at once of the landfill so that I make sure I don't mess up in that way again, but never mind. How many more have we got? 56. Do I want to keep going up and up and up and up? I probably want to keep going up and up and up and then maybe head over towards this to get some more free land. That would be a good move, I guess. Now, if you're not familiar with Seablock, biters are on, or at least worms are, and they are on the map. Let's see if you can actually, yes, see, you can actually see that they're on the map. So you can't avoid the military, but we have no immediate rush to participate in. There's more goodies up there too, but there's two islands just over here, so I'm not going to go out of my way to stretch over there if well, actually, I don't need the starting little segment, but I do have this that I can build around for more. Let's go sideways now. For more land options if I need them. So should be just one more. Okay. And let's see if we can kind of stretch. Actually, we need to be a little bit careful because I'm not 100% sure. I know that Angel has some fairly large machines, but if we can make it over to this landmass, I'd be quite happy. Oops. I think we're going to want to make this a little bit wider, so let's do that. and save ourselves a little bit of land mass. Actually, let's do that so it's a little bit more normal. Right, so what do you do once you have set up your basic power? Well, I had a slight false start while I was trying to work it out, but the thing is, you have, I mean, that doesn't give you any resources. There's nothing to mine, so you do have offshore pump. We are going to need one of those. I know that for sure. You can't access any of these. You don't actually have any of these, but you can make a couple of machines. So that is part of our hint as to what you're supposed to do. Mineral water can give you crushed stone, which we'll come back to. There's a few more machines in here. Dirt water electrolysis, which will give you slag. We can make cellulose fibre just by hand constantly, and in fact it's probably worth having some of that being made. And there's some other things from aliens that we can pick up. So that doesn't really tell us how to get started. What does tell us how to get started is the tech tree, and we basically want to get to crushed stirritite, because that will then unlock these things. And in fact, the first 4 techs are all basically pushing you in a direction to get you going, so that you can then start making normal science. So for this one, you simply have to crush 1 stirritite. So we have to make a stirritite to get going. So that's where FNEI comes in. Stirritite. Is that right? Search. No. Hang on. Hang on. Get out of there. T. What is it? It's crushed stirritite, maybe. Here we go. So, crushed stirritite. Right, so we want to be able to get to stirritite ore. Which we can get to. So, burner assembly machine, okay. There's actually 2 recipes for this. You can also use our burner ore crusher, which is convenient because I know that we have one of those in our inventory. Back to this, so crushed stirritite. So we need stirritite ore. Where do we get that from? We get it from mineralized water, and we can perform this operation in a crystallizer. And if you go back another step, so crushed stone and water will give you the mineralized water. So we want to know how to get to the crushed stone, and that is not how we do it. We can get to it from slag, and we can get slag directly from water. So that is something that I know that we can do. It needs an electrolyzer, and it produces some gas, which we have no use for at this time. But if we produce an electrolyzer, we can then start doing useful things with it, because we can get to slag, which is the first step along the way. So, electrolyzer, we need one of them. And this is a flare stack, we need 2 of them as well, because we have to get rid of the product that we don't need. Where shall I get the water in? Maybe up here, and then perhaps use a stone pipe. Use a stone pipe because I think we're going to need the iron pipes. Electrolyzer. Let's put you there. That's your recipe. You're getting water in. We need you to flare off that and that. And you need some power. away. So this is now producing slag for us. Let's go back to FNEI. Okay, so crushed stirritite. Stirritite ore. Mineralized water. So how do we get to mineralized water? We need crushed stone. Slag can become crushed stone in a burner ore crusher. Okay, we have a burner ore crusher. Let's put that there. It needs, we want to make the crushed stone recipe. We need slag. We don't actually have the ability to make inserters yet. In fact, if you notice on the tech tree, it's actually the second tech will give you inserter recipes. So we don't even have inserter recipes. So this is a feed by hand job. Let's give this some wood to get it going. And we will also grab some of our slag, throw that in there, and start creating the crushed stone. Okay, crushed stone. From crushed stone, we want to get to stirritite ore. Mineralized water needs crushed stone and water, and you mix that up in a liquefier. I believe these other machines are a little beyond us at the moment, but I'm pretty sure a liquefier, it's a crystallizer, is one of the machines available. Liquefier. Excuse me. Alright, let's get the liquefier. Probably have a bit more slag to throw in there. Don't know what crushed stone stacks to, but we'll find out in due course. Okay. The liquefier needs water as well. So actually, let's move it a little bit closer to this one so that we could potentially, use an inserter there and our stone pipes to get the water in. Hang on, we need mineralized water. That's just normal water. No, you're making mineralized water. You need normal water. Confused myself. Okay, let's grab the 48 of those, throw them in there, and this will, as soon as it has power, we'll start producing our mineralized water. Now, go back here, and the impossible recipe for stirritite, mineralized water, which has, it'll make both the initial starting resources that you need in Angels if you have a crystallizer. So let's get a crystallizer. That one. And we're slowly running out of resources. At least we have quite a lot of iron plate still. Crystallizer. So you're making mineralized water. You're a crystallizer. We want you to make that. You need mineralized water. You now have mineralized water. And can you only make one at a time? Is that a problem here? You need more crushed stone, which means you need more of that. Crushed stone gets made fairly quickly, so that's a good thing. How much wood have we got left? Still quite a bit. How much do you actually need? You need 10. That's not too bad. So now we're getting a bit of this stuff happening. And yes, these things are vanishing fairly quickly. I'd kind of like to leave that burner ore crusher there. Can we make another one? We can make another one. Okay, let's do that. Burner ore crusher. Let's put you there. So we need you to make the crushed stirritite for this to work. So that's the recipe we need. Let's give you a little bit of wood as well. And we now have some we can put in there. Let's feed that lot to there. Feed that lot to there. And we have satisfied the first recipe. Crushed duratite finished. Press T. Next one, basic circuit board. And this looks like it's being a problem because I've probably forgotten to stack these up, but never mind. So we need to make a basic circuit board. How's time? 20 minutes in. Okay, so same idea. I'm feeding all of the crushed ore in there because I should probably be mindful of the fact that we only have this much space plus a tiny bit of sand. I haven't used that sand somewhere, have I? Which one's the sand? Thought I had some. Oh no, I did use it all out. That's right. I probably need to be mindful of the fact that at least we get some crushed stone out of this as well, so we may want to use that. But let's go to basic circuit board. Basic circuit board. Is that a basic circuit board? Yes, that's a basic circuit board. To make that, we need a wooden board. To make a wooden board, we need paper. To make paper, we need cellulose pulp. For this, we need cellulose fibre, which I believe we can just make any time we feel like it. There. So we can just make cellulose fibre as much as we need. This is the alginic recipe, which needs brown algae. So if we drill into that, cellulose pulp, we need the alginic acid, brown algae, that needs an algae farm. Now I think in the tech we unlocked, that actually gives us, this is the tech we unlocked. I believe that gives us straight up, but it's actually the way they do it. Obviously, is unlocking certain of Angel's techs, but it gives us the algae farm, the brown algae processing. So let's get one of these. Find somewhere convenient to put it. Perhaps somewhere like so. I have squeaked through an ep1, by the way. So what do you need for brown algae? You need saline water. Saline water, okay. Okay, let's follow this back. Saline water needs water, which goes into a hydro plant. Hydro plant is there. I think we're going to need one of these as well, so we'll grab one of those. And just a second. And we're back. Okay, so yes, we built our hydro plant and our clarifier. Okay, so I think I might move this guy because I think we need the hydro plant. I think the main lesson you learn fairly quickly with angels is that nothing is ever the simple. Nothing is ever the simple path. So we want to do water purification because that will give us purified water, which we have no purpose for, and the saline solution. Let's use some more of our stone pipes. So it's already full. This is why we need the clarifier. Hopefully it can fit just here. No, it cannot, because I cleverly used up all of my pipe. Hang on, I don't even know what's coming out of there. One of these is, we don't want it coming out of there. In fact, this is awkward. Let's pick this up and try that one again. Okay, so the hydro plant will have to go there. There will do. Formula is that one. Fortunately, it doesn't actually show us. Okay, now we should be able to work out which one is which. That's purified water. Okay, so it's the purified water that I want to get rid of for now, although it's probably really useful to have later on. But right now it is going to stop this process and need it to continue. So this one is saline water, and we need the saline water to make the algae. Be sure I can put this like right up there, and I'll be able to get through it, and I'll be able to get through here as well because I've got squeak through. That, get power, brown algae. Already we're just about out of space. Brown algae. We haven't even got any yet. What's going on in here? You've got a lot of that, haven't you? Got any brown algae yet? How much do we need to make this paper? And where was that resource? What sand is just crushed stone? Okay. That's worth knowing. We should be making a bit of sand. Brown algae. We are trying to get to the circuit board. Whoops, let's do that. 9. I should have kept my recipe here. So we're trying to get to the wooden board, paper, cellulose pulp, alginic acid. We need 10 brown algae. We now have 40, so that's plenty. So we should be able to craft the alginic. Wherever it is. This one, we should be able to craft that. Then we want to get to paper. Just check this again. So the cellulose pulp is actually done in a burner assembly machine. Yes, well, we don't have access to that tech, so we have to do it by hand. We need 2 of them. Cellulose pulp, which needs 5 alginic acid, so we actually need quite a lot more of that stuff. Alright, let's grab some more of that. We can't do the paper yet. Let's do all of those that we can do. What do we need for the paper? We need 2 cellulose pulp. Oh, okay, so we only need 2. We have alginic acid. 1, 2. That'll give us enough for the paper. Now, oh, we're out of power in this one. Okay. We are going to need to make copper. And copper says it's from copper ore, but yeah, that's not how we're going to have to do it. It's also from 3 times crushed sturritite. We currently have 2 crushed sturritite, so we probably need to transfer some more of that into there so that we can get a little bit more ingredients. Now we have a few more. We have 8 crushed sturritite, so we're going to need a stone furnace. We're going to need some wood as well, and you are going to need some crushed sturritite. How are we going on our paper manufacturing? We should be able to make, oh, we can make tons of paper now. In fact, we can go straight to the wooden board. Let's make one. You have 4 copper. So we now have wooden board, we have the copper, we can now make the basic circuit board. I can find where the recipe is. There it is. Let's make, in fact, we might as well make 2, because that will use up all 3 of those. 1, 2, we've finished the next tech. Congratulations us. Now the next thing we need is wood processing. So let's put that into the tech. We need to be able to make wood processing, and to get that we need to create green algae. Green algae. Oh, that's animals. We now have a recipe for green algae, which needs an algae farm. So I think we will want to make another one. Algae farm. There. Let's make another algae farm. I don't think I actually have enough room for an algae farm, so I might want to go to the sand recipe. Let's get 5 lots of sand. No? No. Does that give me enough room? No, it does not. We need a bit more just down here. Okay. Is that enough room? Yes, it is. And we need an offshore pump. So I've used up all the rest. You can be green algae. You get brown algae from that as well. Oh, interesting. I think as soon as this one is done, I might call the episode there, just as a good starting point. I want to create... where's my crushed stone? I've already used my crushed stone. You used crushed stone, okay. So now I can make some more sand. Alright. Let's make some more sand. We're going to need it. It's probably worth extending from here to here, just so that, you know, that's a free bit of land. And any bit of land is highly necessary at the moment. How's our power? We're making the vast sum of 1.3 megawatts. We're only using 400 kilowatts. Fortunately, these machines don't use that much, and it's enough to keep us going for now. Oh, I see there's pass through there. This one doesn't. Oh, it would be there. Oh, I see. It's different type of water in the brown algae. Green algae. And we've finished wood processing, which then means that all right, we've got this. Yeah, we've got these new techs. And to get to it, we need to make an electromagnetism lab. Craft a lab to complete this research. Where are those labs? Not there. Okay. Lab. Oh, electromagnetism lab. Needs a lab construction core. It's just iron sticks and iron plate, and a lab mechanization. 10 basic electric transport. 10 transport belts and basic circuit boards. Okay, so we can make one of those. Get the next tech. I know I said I was going to stop, but you know, it's Factorio. It just doesn't really happen. Here's our lab. We've completed the research. I'm going to put it over here. Now, normal research, basic automation. That sounds like a grand idea. It needs 5 of these sacrificial electromagnets. Electromagnet core. It's just iron plate, is it? No, it's a bit of both. It's kind of just renamed. But I think we'll leave that until the next episode, and I'll leave you there. Thanks so much for watching my first episode of Seablock, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye for now.